Best of luck with that. You've got no idea what's going through my mind right now. I'm literally like, how could I create a disturbance? So I distract him. Look at him over there, looking at me in that one. Anyway, she's a music icon who famously sang that diamonds are forever, but now Dame Shirley Bassey is hoping her prized jewels can find a new home.
Yeah, one big spender can actually be the owner of Dame Shirley's diamonds. The Welsh singing legend is auctioning them off, some of her extensive jewellery collection, to raise money for charity.
And Dame Shirley was kind enough to let us showcase some of her dazzling pieces in the studio today. Our pawnbroker, Dan Hatfield, is here to tell us more. I mean, it's an exciting day, isn't it?
Do you know what? I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you this. This is probably one of the best days of my life. Honestly,
They are spectacular, though. I mean, I'm not a massive jewellery fan, but you can see how stunning and striking they are, Dan.
They really are. And do you know what I love about this collection? It is eclectic, it's bold, it's vibrant. It is Shirley Bassey in stone and gold form. That is why it is so spectacular. It showcases who she is. And I think every single piece is illustrative of what she was like throughout her 60-year career. So absolutely amazing to have these in the studio today.
And where have some of these pieces come from?
OK, well, this ring, I absolutely love this ring. So, yeah, absolutely. This is in the Bombay style, that's posh way of saying a cluster ring, basically.
Oh, a cluster.
Has that gone in your engagement finger?
No, it's the other hand.
Oh, it's the other hand.
So, this was
I've got
given...
several fingers. They all need to be employed.
This was given by someone rather famous.
Who?
Elton John gave Dame Shirley Bassey this.
It does kind of say Elton all over it, doesn't it?
It does.
She's sending it down to the auctioneers. I mean, that's one of those things. That was a present, Shirley.
Yeah, but isn't it all going for charity? Isn't that what's happening?
It is. So I think Sir Elton will be all right with that. I think he'll be fine with it. Now, the price for that, so we're looking at £10,000 to £15,000, which for a diamond ring of that size, given by Sir Elton John, the guide price is pretty low. I think that's going to go
significantly
way
more.
High.
Okay.
Absolutely stunning. I'm in love with that.
What about this? This is one of my favourites.
Kat, I think you'd look good in this.
I think I would.
Are you going to try again?
I think I would.
Do you know what I always say? That diamonds don't have a soul until they're worn by someone. So I think,
Well, they've been worn by Dame Shirley.
But does the person wearing them have to have a soul?
Dame Dealey.
Or are just souls not essential?
Talk us through this necklace, Dan. What are we looking at here?
So this has got a stunning 60 carats of diamonds in there. Graduating diamonds. They sparkle beautifully in the light, don't they? How much do you reckon that one's potentially going to go for?
£3.50.
200 grand. Did I get it right?
Good. Kat Dealey is good at this.
Do I win it?
No.
Does that mean I win it?
Can you imagine?
Darling.
150 to £250,000.
It's got to be. How many carats are there?
60 carats in total.
Can you feel the weight of it?
I can.
Yeah.
Does it feel heavy?
Yeah, very, but deliciously light and just dreamy at the same time.
I think it looks gorgeous on you.
Well, thanks. Do you have a spare 250 grand knocking about?
No, I don't.
Darn it.
But I do have this beautiful ring here to show you.
This is huge. What's the size of this one?
This is huge. So, this is an oval diamond ring. That weighs 20 carat, that centre stone.
It looks slightly more yellow, that one, doesn't it?
It's got a yellow... It is, yeah. It's a yellow diamond. It's a yellow diamond, so it's not... There's not a fault with the diamond. It's meant to be like that. It's absolutely stunning. That looks beautiful on you.
Doesn't it?
That's big, Paddy.
Have we got...
Does he get on this?
That's why he likes it.
Have we got a tracker on?
Exactly. The more I can just load up, the better it is. Who gave her this one? Do we know anything?
We don't know much about this one, but we do know that the guide price is 100 to 150,000.
It's got to be.
Wow.
But I reckon it's going to go for more.
And is that because that's a big single diamond as opposed to that is lots of smaller ones?
Good. That's absolutely right, Ben. So obviously, the bigger the diamond as a single piece, the more expensive it is. If we talk about 20 carats in multiple stones, then you'd be looking at a lot less.
Right.
And are there, like, inclusions in here or not? Is it kind of a flawless...
I believe that's a VS1, which means very slight inclusion. So what that means is you're not going to be able to see that inclusion with the naked eye, but with a jeweller's loop, you would be able to see that. So we're not too worried about that. I just quickly want to show you this as well. This is Cartier.
That is
absolutely stunning. That would look great on you as well, Kat. It's like
I'm
the
just going
shopping
to
channel.
pray
This
to
is
the-
what's Kat buying next. That is
this is-
absolutely
Onto the
stunning.
bracelet. That would go what you got on now.
Wouldn't it?
So that
Maybe
Kat,
load it up too.
very 90s, noughties chic. That you'd be looking, there's 60 carats in there.
Yeah.
And we'd be looking at around, I think, about 200 to 250,000 pounds
For that whole set.
Wow.
for that whole set.
Wow.
But it's so
Absolutely
beautiful.
stunning.
And this is Cartier.
Yeah.
And how old is this? Do we know how old
So
this is as well,
we
Dan?
reckon it's late 90s, noughties.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's just an absolutely stunning set. The public can go and see all of this at Sotheby's in London. It starts on Friday. The only day it's not open is Monday, and it ends on Tuesday.
Oh, wow, OK, so you've just got the sort of a few days to get in there.
Yeah.
And is this just a small bit of it? Is there more down there, or is this...
So this is just a small bit. There's 80 pieces.
Wow.
And in total, the value could be £2 million.
Wow.
Which is going to go to an amazing charity, of course,
Amazing
for the time
charity.
being, Dan. Thank you very much. Someone who might want to purchase some of
Hello.
these
Good morning.
incredible pieces
Good
down
morning.
next to you.
Good morning.
Neil Dalrymple.
Yes.
Neil, lovely to see you.
Thank you for inviting
You've been
me.
a Shirley fan for decades.
Absolutely.
And actually, you have become a collector yourself.
Yes.
And you've brought these outfits down with you.
I
Talk
did.
us through some of the things
I
that we've got
love
here.
this one. Now, this one she wore for Charles's birthday,
31st
right?
birthday,
Wasn't
yes,
that right?
In 1979, and she's worn it in concert on TV.
Yeah.
It was called the Prince Charles dress. Very see-through.
It was
I
quite.
mean,
it was quite
very
controversial
daring.
at the time, right?
So and the detail on it's amazing. And if you see her singing the song Tell on YouTube, you see a bit more of Shirley than you expected, but it's wonderful. She's so passionate when she's
It's
singing.
interesting what Dan was saying about the jewellery really is a reflection of her character, her personality.
She's amazing.
What
She really is a
When
diamond.
did you fall in love with her and when did you start following
A child, hearing the voice for the first time, I didn't really know what she looked like. She was on an album cover. My aunt put this on this big radiogram and it, bam, bam. I went, wow. She says, what is it? I said, what is that? She says, it's Shirley Bassey. And the voice, just...
Yeah.
And that was it. I'm getting shivers talking about
And
it,
how many times have you seen her perform?
About 33 times.
33?
Yes.
This is one of her older gowns, isn't it? Vintage.
This was made about 1975, and she
Yeah.
didn't start wearing it till about 1983 when she was at the Hollywood Bowl, and then she performed in Cardiff. She's been all over the world in this, Yokohama in Japan. It weighs about, an old money, so about 1.5 stones. It's,
wow.
You know this one.
Yes, I was picking it up.
And
I
it's
was
so
trying to
heavy.
lift it.
But Douglas Darnell of Darnell Couture in London made this, and he made dresses for Shirley for about 30 years or more, you know? And this is his work. It took a year to make, and it's stunning.
And that was, what year was it made?
It was made about 1975.
Look
so
at
Yeah,
you've
it's
looked
beautiful.
after that beautifully as well.
if you do get the chance to own these things, you must look after them, or you
Yeah.
do a great disservice.
Yeah,
And that's what I do.
absolutely.
This
This
one?
is our Marina Renaud. She's an Italian designer, and Shirley wore this just a few months ago to the Attitude Awards to pick up a Lifetime Achievement Award, and it's. I mean, she just dazzled in it.
Yeah.
She is, I can
of
see her
course.
there.
She
How
does
do you
that.
come by these things then, Neil?
Well, some of them have gone to, excuse me, Christie's and things, and then I've bought them from other collectors. My good friend Susan Butler donated that jacket. I went to see Shirley at a party, and she was promoting her Christmas single, the Christmas song. And this is a Donna Karan dress
Yeah.
with Caroline Charles.
There
Is
she's
she?
wearing it, of
And
course.
there she is in full flight.
And have you met her?
I've met her several times. She's adorable.
Is she?
And she's very funny, and she's a great human being. I'm impressed as the years go by about what she does like this. Imagine
Yes.
donating all that money to help other people.
Is that you there with Dame Shirley?
Oh, that's me.
Is that the Royal Variety? Where is that?
That was in Glasgow, and I
Right.
wished I had that stomach now. You know? she looks younger than me now, but...
We've got one last piece then.
Oh,
Neil.
yes,
Can we
if I
get
may
that out?
reach
Bring
in.
that out. And
Yeah.
This was just for a bit of fun. Dan said to me, Neil, bring
Go on.
something down for fun. Well, and this is a Linley jewellery box, and it's beautifully inlaid. I don't know if you can really appreciate it, looking at all the works in the top
am I
there.
going over that one? What
Viking
one?
And
Linley.
Dame
Sorry.
Shirley owned that.
She owned that,
Right.
yes.
So this was actually in her house. She
Yes,
used it.
when she sold her London home. But it's a sort of travelling jewellery box. I mean, you can imagine the collection Scott. She wouldn't be keeping that at home, you know.
No, quite. So, Dan, you're going to have a good look at that, aren't you?
Yes, we're
And
gonna
you're
have a
going to
bit
give
of
us
fun
a
with
little
that
bit of
later
an
Amazing.
appraisal.
You're going to have to wait till the end of the show.
Oh.
I'll give you all the details at the end of the show.
You
And
tease.
we want that bracelet back, that necklace back.
Yes, by the way,
Yes.
if you
Come
noticed,
on.
your necklace.
Meet you in Rio. Meet you in Rio. That's all we're
I'll let you
saying.
take
We're not
that
going to
down.
say anything else.
Neil, thank you for showing
Listen,
us that.
thank you for inviting
Stick
me.
around, though,
Yeah.
to find out
Thank
how
you.
much that's worth.
Thank you.
Now, earlier in the show, we were joined by some particularly dazzling items owned by the one and only Dame Shirley Bassey.
Yeah, it turns out diamonds aren't always forever, as the
They're
music
not,
icon decided to
unfortunately.
sell off some of her famous collection for charity.
But Dame Shirley isn't the only one with some old jewellery lying around. Our pawnbroker Dan Hatfield is back with us now, and lots of people have been getting in touch this morning, right, Dan?
They certainly have.
Have they got treasure?
Oh, you'll have to wait and see, but yeah.
Now, Neil joined us because you had brought in your collection, Neil. We saw your beautiful dresses that were actually worn by Shirley and performed
That
by
will be
Shirley.
very welcome down the pub.
Yeah.
They saw your dresses.
We did see your dresses. We also saw your jewellery box. Now, this is a
Yes.
jewellery box that had been Shirley's.
Yes.
And you had bought it at some point over the years.
Yes.
How much did you buy it for?
I paid, actually, it was at an auction for £300.
£300 for an auction. It's a very lovely Linley
Beautiful
box. though,
Linley box,
made.
beautifully inlaid. It's gorgeous.
Now then, Dan, you've been having a good look at this.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it is beautiful. Linley, synonymous with quality.
Right.
It was the late Queen's nephew,
Yes.
and the stuff that he makes is just absolutely stunning. Now, how much did you pay for it?
300.
300 quid. So,
I love this bit he does, though. It's the lead up, isn't it? He loves
It's
the
all for
lead up.
effect.
Oh,
It's all
It's
for
not
fun.
rude. No, I am actually thinking. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this. It's absolutely beautiful. The work, the craftsmanship is fabulous. Because it's got Shirley Bassey's name attached to it, it does significantly increase the value of this.
Okay.
Because you'd probably be looking without her name, you'd probably be looking about £1,500, £1,600.
Okay.
Wow.
With her name, I would value this. I think this would go in an auction for about £3 grand.
Wow.
Wow.
That's nice.
I'll be very careful taking my watches. In fact, it's more expensive than my watches.
I don't think you're going to be giving
No,
up
I'm not at
anytime
all. I've had it for
soon,
many
mate.
years.
And
No,
a fabulous,
I'm sure not.
fabulous piece that had been
Thank you.
Shirley's and in her house.
Yeah,
as well, makes it all the more
Absolutely.
Yeah.
emotion.
Buddies.
Hold one up and then caress it.
You all right?
Why do I look so
What was that? Was that your Shirley Bassey impression?
It was a little bit. I kind of do the
You look
lips
like the opening
normally.
details they've expected.
Oh, that's okay too. Hello, welcome. It's Wednesday and you're watching This Morning.
We are playing a little bit of Dame Shirley in honour of some sparkly additions that we have to the studio.
She once famously said that diamonds are forever, but it turns out they aren't, as the music icon has decided to sell off some of her jewels for charity.
Yeah, and Dame Shirley very kindly has sent them to us so we can take a good look. Our very own Goldfinger, Dan Hatfield's going to be telling us more. You've already half into one and got it on.
I know, I am about to keep my shoes off and just do a runner, fast as I can.
Just stunning, this. Dan, you must be in seventh heaven.
I am, although, Cat Dealer, you magpie, when did you get your hands on that?
I'm such a magpie. It's a beautiful.
So what's this?
So that is aquamarine. It's about 150 carats, that. It's
Just
stunning.
150.
And that comes as part of this little set here.
Yeah, it's looking at about 50 to 70,000, which actually, for that...
Were you going to say it's cheap? It's reasonable?
No, definitely not cheap.
Can I give you Paddy's
It sounded
number?
like he was going to say it seems like a really reasonable price.
But
Can I
it
give you
is stunning,
Paddy's
isn't
number?
it?
And some of the other pieces are
Yeah,
incredible.
we've got a ring that was gifted
Yeah.
to Shirley Bassey by Sir Elton John. Amazing. I'm so excited about this. And we've got a beautiful Cartier set.
And then we've got some dresses from a big Shirley Bassey fan. These were actually Shirley's outfits that she's worn in the past as well.
Absolutely. So it's Dame Shirley Day.
Dame
Love
Shirley
it.
Day.
I love
Not
it.
just Dame Shirley that we're helping as well, though, because there's we're going to have a phone in. You're going to help some of our
Yep.
viewers with maybe some of the jewellery that they've got kicking about.
Absolutely. So we've got our trash or treasure. I want to hear from viewers that have got some jewellery at home they don't know the value of. They want me to cast my eye over it. send some pictures in.
Yeah, so if you've got anything kicking about,
Yeah.
you know, just something casual,
This was all just gathering dust at Shirley's.
a
She
little
sent it down to us.
trinket,
Yeah.
then give us a call for free on 08000 30 40 44 or scan the QR code on screen now to get involved using our free this morning.
You've had the allocated time of when it's
Meow,
from
meow.
He's got to try and take it off you.
Oh no, I think it might be broken.
No.